Hey gang, happy to see you found us here at CELLY, Canadian Jail War Stories, and for all my returning subscribers, you already know. You guys are the backbone of the channel, and I wouldn't be existing without y'all. So, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are y'all waiting for, man? Come on, join the fam, alright? If you like to watch, but you're not subbed, and you haven't shared or liked, what, do you hate me or something, man? Come on, join the family, and help this channel grow. And we'll see you in the next episode, if you subscribe and come back. If not, let's get straight into this.
Alright, I might make a new intro soon. For now, that one will do because I got a whole bunch of content to make for you guys. I'm very, very busy. I want to make all kinds of content for you guys. By this Friday, I want to have as many videos as I can get up. Let's see how many I can get up for you, because I got all this content written down. Like, look at my little workbench. I wasn't going to plan on doing this, but just look at, see my little workbench there? That's all paperwork, files. Oh yeah, I wasn't going to tell, didn't know if I was going to talk about this yet, or say it for another video, but I don't know if you guys know, but I do tattoos and stuff like that. So I might make it, if you guys want me to, I'll do an entire video on showing you guys a bunch of tattoos that I've done and stuff like that. Tell you which ones that I've done on myself, because I'm right-handed. I mostly do the ones on this arm on my own. Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that since I started the channel, or maybe I have, I don't know. But I got all my own equipment. I got like maybe 5 tattoo guns. So anyways, you guys can see the piece of paper in my hand. You guys see the thumbnail. You guys probably know why I'm redoing this, because I lost the volume on 3 awesome videos that were full of content, but I'm going to read this one just as enthusiastically as I did in the other one. Alright, so let's do this. Okay. This said, or let's, yeah. Alright, to Eddie. Okay, now this is from my old cell partner, Bones. His real name's Maddie. He was my cell partner for almost a year. Okay? He's one of the better cellies that I had. Because he was so young and stuff, I took him under my wing. So he was one of the better cellies I had because he did listen. He listened and stuff like that. If you're the type of celly that just wouldn't listen, and you're gonna do shit anyway, whatever you think you're gonna do, you're gone. Get out. Go to a different cell. And if you don't want to get out, we're gonna squabble. I'll make you get out. Alright. So, to Eddie. I'm glad everything is well. Oh yeah, by the way, Bones is in jail still, and I wrote him a letter, and he wrote me back. We communicate back and forth. When he gets out of prison, he'll be going to a halfway house, and when he gets to a halfway house, hopefully when he's done that, he can come visit, and I'm going to be doing an interview on him, and you guys can see his interview will be his story and his background and everything like that. And he can retell you guys on another video, another interview story about how I was as a celly from his mouth. Alright? Let's get into this. To Eddie. I'm glad everything is going well for you. Sorry. To Eddie. I'm glad everything is going well for you, homie. Yeah. I bet all those meetings and appointments are crazy hard to keep track of, man. And the restitution money, is a kind of a bitch. But you're right. It does feel nice to be doing the right thing. Yeah, I hear those court battles that deal with estate shit can last years. That's rough. I think it's effed up that your sisters would do that to begin with. With family stuff, F that with other family members like they're doing. I have no respect for them. I guess because he knows everything that was going on between me and my sisters. How I don't talk to my two sisters anymore. My two little sisters. I won't speak to them. Okay, anyway, just besides the point. So anyways, I says, tell that girl that I was writing to say hi to me and write me. I said hello to her, to Annette, and she said, hey, if she's down, she can write me or some shit. You're right when you say be careful who you make friends with, because the parole board watches a guy I know got denied parole because he was always chilling with dealers, and I'm pretty sure he had a dirty piss test too. So I'm pretty sure he had a dirty piss test too. So I'm going to stay on the safe side and stay clean and keep my blinders on. I'm going to also do as many programs and groups as I can to help my chances. You're right when you say be careful who you make friends with, because the parole board watches. A guy I know that got denied parole because he was always chilling with dope boys, and I'm pretty sure he had a dirty piss test too. So I'm going to stay on the safe side and stay clean and keep my blinders on. Remember that, okay? For later in the story. Blinders on. I'm going to also do as many programs and groups as I can to help my chances. Yeah, day parole means I'll be in a halfway house for like 6 months. I'll look into it more because I'm not sure, but there might be half. Sorry guys, I'm not the best reader and writer, okay? So you don't make fun of me. I'm trying to read it the best as I can, okay? This is a letter from my old cell partner, okay? It says, yeah, day parole means I'll be in a halfway house for 6 months, and I'll look into it more because I'm not sure, but there might be a halfway house close to you. That would be sick, because then I could come by for a bit and catch up with you. I miss chilling with you, big bro. You always had my back and taught me how to do shit. I'm down to do some renovating on the place you get. I know how to do tile, drywall, insulation, plumbing, and some other stuff. But I like it when you can teach me some more to do some more shit, right? Yeah, how you know stuff. It's sick. Plan to fix a house up and flip it for more money. A brother could become rich from that kind of plan. LOL. I'd love to help you out. Man, living here is dope as fuck. I can pretty much wander the yard anytime I want, and the library is huge. My celly isn't half bad either. At least we get along. It could have been worse. I'll for sure add your cell to my call list. So they might call you soon to make sure it's cool with you. If you're down, you can send pics to brother. I don't mind. Anyways, homie, it's getting late, so I'ma crash out. It's fucking great to hear from you, brother. I missed you. Love from Matty Bones. Okay? See? Just give you guys a second to make sure I read all that correctly. If you need more time, when I write long stuff like a paragraph on the side of the screen or something, that like a little paragraph on the screen, sometimes you'll see my stuff, right? You can always, if you really want to know what it says, or if you can always pause it, right? But if you're busy and you're not into it, that's fine too. It's never that big of a deal where it's going to affect the video. I just put extra little details in paragraphs sometimes while you're watching. I'll put a little extra paragraph in a corner that has room for it, that doesn't have like where it's not going to be like in somebody's face or doing something that's going to block me or the video, right? So, and then that was the original side. Oops. I know you guys believe me, it's just, you know, people talk fucking shit on there. Okay, there we go. There you go. You guys can pause it if you need longer to read it. Yeah, Bones, he was a good kid. I kind of took him under my wing. What he's saying about me saving him, right? Okay, now, there was he got $60 in canteen every week from his mom, okay? He wasn't a hustler or nothing or whatnot. So his family had money, okay? Now, I had money in my bank, and my girl had my bank card, and she used to go to my bank and handle our bills and pay the rent, and she used to come and she would send me money every week. Not every week, because she'd send me enough for the like month, right? So I would tell her to send me, and then so on and so forth. I would send her money too sometimes if she needed it. Okay? Don't ask me how. Now, I took him under my wing, so I kind of started teaching him stuff. And then there's these other dealers on the range that were trying to friggin' sell him dope, sell him crack, because there was a bunch of it on range. Okay, a guy came in with it, and then all the big heavy guys, all the big boys on the range kind of stepped up, and the way it is here, you got to give it to the server, to the guys that are running the range. So they basically got it all, and then the big boys on the range get pieced off with like probably a big chunk each, and then it's like friggin' probably like $50 a point, $100 a point for a 10 piece, right? Weed's like $50 or 5 times the amount, $50 a gram, probably $100 for weed. You can get 3 grams for $100 sometimes out in different jails, but in certain jails it's like $100. So everything's 10 times the amount pretty much. If you want liquor, if you want anything, cigarettes, if you wanted 1 cigarette, it's $10. Okay, so it's ridiculous prices in there for stuff. But then again, guys are getting rich on the other end of it, right? And that's why guards are so persuaded to bring stuff in for the inmates, because they're going to make a lot of money from it. So that's why they go and do it, and then they end up getting arrested and get caught. Or they don't. That's just how it goes, right? So that stuff all happened allegedly, and then, okay, so everything I said was all allegedly, right? So then what happens is, what happened is, where was I in the story? Oh yeah, so I taught him what to do and all that, and then these other dudes come over and they asked him if he wanted some. He says no, obviously. Then he comes over to me and tells me, I'm like, yeah, these guys, I don't know why they'd ask me that. And then they go up to him later on, and they're all doing it underneath the staircase. They're all over there smoking up, and then all of a sudden, I look over, they're all over there doing it under there. I'm like, we're all at our tables at the back looking at these dum-dums over there trying to light it and all this, and I just see my celly walk up, and he's like, yo dude, they just came up and asked me again if I wanted some. This time he said he'll give it to me for free if I want a puff, and I'm like, no man. I'm like, listen, they're trying to get you addicted. They're trying to get you hooked. I explained it to him. I pulled him aside. I said, it's one of the most addictive drugs on the face of the planet. I said, they want to give it to you, the first one, couple free, and then, because they know you get $60 canteen every week, that canteen money will be theirs every week, basically, right? And God, I don't even know why the hell they would be trying to do that anyways, when they only had a tiniest little bit. They only had like a freaking 30. And meanwhile, the rest of the guys, the actual real dudes over here, that dude had, like, could have like a boulder, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. So why would you even go to my celly like that? Like, who are you? So I went up to them and I told them, listen, you guys stop talking to my celly, stop asking them questions. You guys are fucking crackheads, dope fiends, whatever you guys do. You guys talk to my celly again, I'm gonna knock you out. But first, before I said that, Bones comes up to me and he says, yeah, they offered it to me for free. He goes, I think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna try it. And I said, alright, well, you know what? If you do, all these guys, me and all these guys, see all these dealers here, they're all gonna look down on you because you're just gonna be a bucket of dope fiend. You're not gonna be able to be trusted anymore, and you're gonna fucking snitch. You're gonna get fucking raped in the pen. You're gonna suck dick in the pen for dope. You're gonna end up being one of these 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids getting turned out. And I told him all this stuff, and I said, it's the most addicting drug, and you know what, that $60 is eventually gonna stop coming, and you're gonna need more than that. It's gonna just progress, and I've seen it happen, and then when the kid don't owe anymore, when the kid can't pay his debt, next thing you know, this freaking gay dealer dude, this is in a different jail, but some other gay dealer dude freaking taking him and paying the kid's debt, you know what I mean, just so he can be with some. It's just, I've seen too much. So I told him, you stay away from that kind of stuff, man. I said, but if you do, I said, go in their cell. If you do touch that stuff, don't come back to the cell here. I don't have no crackhead, no fucking dope fiend in my cell living in my house, right? You're not coming back in my house if you fucking do that. I said, so if you're gonna do that, make sure you go and move in buddy's cell too. Okay, or move in one of their cells. There was a couple open cells down on the main. And on the main, and he goes, well, they won't. What if they don't let me move into their cell? I said, well, I guess then go to PC. I don't care where you go. I said, because I don't know, dude. Just you're not coming back in here if you're gonna do that. So you come this way and hang with me and be like the way we've been doing, you know, for the last friggin' 6 months, or go do whatever you're gonna do. I don't really care, man. Just go do it. But just don't worry. I'll get one of these guys in my cell. And that's, you know, and he's like, all right, I'm not gonna, I was just wondering anyways. He goes, you're looking out for me, you're like a big bro. I say, yeah, man, because you don't understand that stuff. That's like sucking the devil's dick, alright? I said, I know people in my family, family members and close friends and people I've seen go really downhill from that stuff, okay? And I've personally been around it and seen it really affect people. When I was a teenager, this stuff was taking people's whole lives over. It makes them go downhill. You could be friggin', honestly, you could be probably a millionaire. Like if you had $1 million, just 1 million, within 3 years you'd be fucking a homeless person on that stuff, right? Put it that way. And this stuff makes you want to give it out for free. And all this, they start doing it, and then they want to give it all out for free to people. They don't look at it like it's money anymore because they're so high. I don't know. It's weird. They get it, and they just want to give it away to their friends, and then they're like, "Where'd my fucking $2,000 go?" Not saying in jail. I'm saying like I've seen that on the streets with people, and that's like in like half an hour, 20 minutes, and then I'd leave, and then 20 minutes later, you know, I'd freaking come out of my room and they'd be there freaking all jonesing. And yeah, if you want to know more about that, I used to live, backstory, I don't know if I got into that yet, but I think on my interview I got a little bit into some detail about when I lived in, when I was like 15, when I first started living on my own. when I was 15 years old, and I moved into my the girl I had a kid with in high school. I think I was in like grade 10, and I had a kid, my first kid. Her dad was a serious crackhead, and she taught me a lot of friggin' stuff that I wish she wouldn't have, because. But anyway, my life has gone in this path obviously for a reason, so I can help kids. Even if I can help 1 or 2 kids stay off drugs, or stay out of the pen, or stay out of jail, or not get shot and killed in these streets, then I'm gonna be happy. And all that stuff, all that time, 9 years, 10 years, and meanwhile 15 years served on paper. Time served 15 years, but actually straight time probably almost 10. It's like, it's all worth it if I can save a couple of these kids. And eventually I want to get big enough where I can start my own organization, going around in my town, in my streets of Toronto, in my towns around GTA, helping out the youth that need it so bad in these government housing projects that are around Toronto here, and they don't even have places because these playgrounds are so run down and so disgusting. Syringes and laying on the ground, and crackheads on every freaking corner, every playground, every block. You know, I want to start a community center that's safe, where I can go and talk to these youth and stuff like that. And yeah. But first, we got to get to 1,000 subs, so make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell, tell all your friends, and we'll be back in the next video. Easy.